Welcome to this edition of SAC News. I'm Clarissa Graves.
And I'm Katie LeCarey. Thank you for joining us.
This week we look at upcoming holiday events and SAC's Theater's opening night.
But first, a look at the way some students unwind without leaving campus.
College life can be stressful. That's why some Santa Ana college students are using the Spot as a way to relax on their off time. The Spot is a student lounge at SAC that offers students the opportunity to unwind by playing video games, pool, or just chatting with friends. Some students can say that it's also a place for them to study in a more relaxed environment. For others, the Spot is a safe haven for students to create a sense of community on campus.
People know about the Spot, which is really ironic. But this place in particular, you meet a lot of new people. If you're very shy, you're not really social, coming to the Spot actually lets you break out of those boundaries, helps you express yourself, find people that actually understand you a lot more.
If you plan on transferring, but don't know where to ask questions, consider going to the Mesa transfer table. The Mesa program staff will be at room L204 on October 22nd to answer any questions students might have about transferring. Participants can fill out a form with questions to be entered in a drawing for prizes. For more information, visit sac.edu/transfer.
In case you can't make it to Mesa's transfer seminar, you can still bring your questions to a panel of SAC alums. Former SAC students will be returning to help current students through the transfer process. The Puente program will be holding the alumni panel on October 29th in room D101 at 12:30. They will be sharing their experiences as well as useful transfer tips to those who are still in the process. To RSVP for the event, you can also visit the Transfer Center's website.
SAC participated in the statewide Undocumented Student Awareness Week. Students could grab a bite and voice their support for the roughly 1,000 undocumented students in the SAC community on Tuesday. The event featured a butterfly mural from the SAC mural team and resources including the Undocu Scholars Program and the Counseling Center.
The butterfly is being used as a representation of migration and the beauty that migration is.
Students can get more information about the Undocu Scholars Program on Instagram or by visiting the Transfer Center on campus.
The History Department will be presenting the documentary La Ofrenda, Days of the Dead on October 29th. The film is by Lourdes Portillo, a Mexican-American screenwriter and filmmaker. The doc explores the traditions behind Mexico's Day of the Dead celebration. Admission is free. The screening will take place on main campus at 3 p.m. in room D101 and later at 6 p.m. in room A210. A discussion will follow each screening.
On Tuesday, SAC hosted 3 musical guest soprano singers. Ursula Marlock, Caitlin Ortega, and Amita Raj, a trio of SAC alums and students, lent their operatic voices for this week's student guest recital. They sang songs by composers Ernest Charles, Mozart, and Giacomo Puccini. Melody Versosa accompanied the singers on piano and teachers' voice lessons here at SAC. If you missed this recital, you can catch others every week in SAC's art building, room C104.
If opera music isn't your thing, you should know SAC caters to a variety of music tastes. Fans of mariachi music can come and see Don Mariachi, a musical recital performed by SAC students. Admission is free, but just a reminder, parking is not. You can check them out on October 22nd in the Art Building, room C104 at 5 p.m.
The Crucible premiered at the Phillips Hall Theater last Saturday. The historical play is based on the Salem witch trials from the 1600s. The play is a fictionalized version of the actual witch trials that took place in Salem, Massachusetts, where women were falsely accused of practicing witchcraft.
One of the most studied plays in American literature and theater, and I think it's because it's a timeless piece, because sadly I'm not sure how much we progress as human beings, that we always find a way to point the finger and not accept, I guess, accountability for our wrongdoing sometimes.
The Dons women's soccer team lost 3-0 against the Cypress College Chargers this week. The Chargers capitalized on the gaps in Santa Ana's defense, which led them to their first goal in the first half. Cypress would score 2 more times in the second to put the match out of reach for the Dons. The ladies' next game will be on the road at Golden West College at 3 p.m.
Men's soccer had slightly better luck against Cyprus last Friday. The teams held each other scoreless until a minute before the end of the first half, when the Dons scored. At the beginning of the second half, Cyprus struck back, tying up the match. It was neck and neck for a while. Then the Dons were able to score again. But they couldn't hold on to the lead with the Chargers scoring with just 3 minutes left in the game. The final score was 2-2. The Dons face Golden West on Friday at 3 p.m.
Still to come, an artistic opportunity at Santa Ana's Public Library.
And a preview of how Santa Ana residents will be celebrating the upcoming holidays.
It's always been a dream for me to be able to play college softball. I never would have thought I would have been here at Santa Ana. And it really meant a lot to me when I found out I got the scholarship.
Scholarship money is a huge, big asset and benefit to our student athletes here at Santa Ana College. We can imagine the burden that the student athletes have. They're spending close to 6-7 hours a day with softball regarding games and traveling and things of that nature, and also be a full-time student. Out of our 22 players, 20 of them have jobs.
Having to work during season is the most stressful thing, and so having a scholarship, I don't have to worry about having a little part-time job to make sure I have food or could buy the things that I need. Now I can just focus on softball and my academics.
I believe Santa Ana College has more scholarships available than a lot of the other community colleges.
I didn't even know that there were so many scholarships out there. I didn't even know there was that much money out there that people are willing to help you move forward in your academic career.
Our coaches really emphasize school always comes first. To them and to me, academics is the most important thing.
Like you've heard the saying, academic student first, student athlete. We're pushing importance of academics.
After winning this scholarship, it really helped me because I was okay, if I really study hard, I'm gonna get good things out of it. So I think it just motivated me in that aspect. I got 4.0s most of my time through college.
When I went to the banquet, I was so grateful to be able to meet the people that are actually helping me move forward. They're really in it for the students and the athletes.
One of the biggest contributions that you can make to help all of the student athletes so they can go further in their education, it will help them get to that next level. We all know that the more good there is out in this environment, it's going to help everybody, and everybody will benefit, especially our local community.
People like me and other students who have low-income families in the Santa Ana area, people who work really hard in school should be rewarded. So I would just say thank you to all the donors because it really helps a lot of people in many ways.
Welcome back. Santa Ana's Public Library is hosting Halloween and Day of the Dead events throughout the month of October. Earlier this week, the library held an arts and crafts event. Patrons got to be arts and crafty and build their very own Day of the Dead wreaths. Refreshments and snacks were also provided. Day of the Dead is in early November and is an important holiday in Santa Ana's Hispanic community.
Special event because it's a day where we remember our significant others, those who pass. We remember them any day regardless, but this is just a special day to remember them and bring them back to us.
For information on the library's future events, check out their website.
If you can't make it to the library, you can still celebrate Day of the Dead at the 5th annual Dia de los Muertos Festival. There will be food, entertainment, face painting, and various Day of the Dead altars created by the community. Event organizers also want participants to create an altar for a loved one. The event will take place on October 26th at Sycamore and 3rd Street and will last from 1 to 10 p.m. For more information on the event or creating an altar, visit their website.
A Halloween party for the whole family is coming to downtown Santa Ana. The event, hosted by the Lady Veterans of OC, will take place on Saturday, October 26th at 6 p.m. There will be a costume contest, raffles, food, and other activities. Folks who are interested in going need to RSVP first to get the location information. To do that, just email the Lady Veterans Project.
Patches and Pins is coming to Santa Ana on October 26th. Vendors will be selling patches, pins, stickers at the 4th Street Market. Patches and Pins Expo will also have music, fashion, food, and more. The first 200 attendees will receive a free pin. To register, or if you want more information, visit their Eventbrite website.
The Frida Cinema presented an advanced screening of the new indie horror film, Portal, starring A Nightmare on Elm Street's Heather Langenkamp. The film follows an ambitious ghost hunter who unintentionally opens a portal to another dimension. The screening was followed by a Q&A with the film's director and cast. Portal premiered October 15th and admission was free.
The curtain is about to go up on the 10th annual OC Film Fiesta. This year's Film Fiesta will include documentaries and short films from local filmmakers. Screenings will take place in various locations in Santa Ana over the 2-week event. They include the Frida Cinema, Bowers Museum, Artist Village, and more. To see the complete list of locations and dates, visit their website.
A Santa Ana Research Center wants to help stop the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. The California Research Center will host an event they're calling End of the Epidemics. They will be presenting their community-driven plan aimed at stopping the spread of HIV, HCV, and other diseases. The event will take place on Friday the 18th and will run from 9 to 2:30. A continental breakfast and box lunch will be provided. Visit their Facebook page for more information.
That wraps up this week's edition of SAC News.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram for more content and behind-the-scenes looks at the making of our show.